If you have not been watching Mind the Game podcast with JJ Redick and LeBron James, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to raise your basketball IQ. Most episodes, they start off with a little tutorial at the beginning, talking about the actions that they'll talk about in the podcast. It is a great chance to get your players to understand how to play the game of basketball. Go ahead and I've pieced together one of their latest episodes. Check it out. Follows right here. Get a notepad, get something to write with. You're going to want to take notes.
There's a few things I want to just break down real quick. This will be quick, I promise you. And this is just pick and roll coverages. This is more of a refresher than anything. Ball handler here, defender here, screener here, defender here. All right, drop coverage, okay? Drop coverage, this defender right here is going to sit back sometimes in the paint and play drop coverage, which just means he's dropping towards the basket. Very simple, drop coverage. I always say this about definitions of basketball concepts. A lot of times it's just simply in the word. So up to touch is another coverage. Up to touch means the defender is up to touch as the ball handler comes off. This is different than a blitz, which is more aggressive. There's also a soft blitz, which is interchangeable with up to touch. The other concept we talk about a bunch, actually, is hedges. A lot of NBA teams don't do this anymore. But if you are target hunting, if you are trying to create a mismatch and get a switch, a lot of teams will do this. We saw this a ton in the Indiana-New York series where this offensive player with the ball is Jalen Brunson, so I'm going to circle him. This offensive player could be Josh Hart, could be Miles McBride. They're being guarded by Tyrese Halliburton right here, okay? That is the defender. A hedge, this screener is being set. Jalen Brunson's coming off. Tyrese Halliburton is actually going to get higher than the level of the ball, and he's going to try to reroute Jalen Brunson around him. And what that does is, if Tyrese Halliburton is here and Jalen Brunson goes around, this screen is being set. Here we go. Jalen Brunson's defender, in this case, Aaron Nesmith, let's say, he can get back in front of the ball. What we talk about in this episode is sort of opportunities for the screener against a hedge to roll or slip into space. So again, as this guy's coming off and Tyrese Halliburton or whoever hedges, the screener slipping into space, and you've now created that 4-on-3 that we always talk about on the backside. You have a great shooter. As an example, this was LeBron James on the Lakers. This is KCP. This is LeBron James. KCP is going to set that pistol or 21 action that we had talked about in a previous episode as LeBron's coming off here. KCP, his man, is going to hedge out, and KCP is going to slip into space. I had to guard this action a lot. Wasn't fun. And KCP may or may not have hit a couple threes on me. The other thing we talk about is driveaways. Love driveaways. This is Dwayne Wade over here. Here's his defender. There is a screener. And as this guy comes to screen, remember Dwayne Wade in the aughts, in the 2000s, early 2010s, sometimes this was still a hedge. So we talk about the idea of dribbling away or rejecting a screen, driving away in order to get away from that second defender. So Dwayne Wade would set it up with a little jab step, and he'd get baseline on that left side. Almost impossible to guard. And the last concept, which we're going to do on this side of the board, because we need the full court, is just a very simple concept. It's intuitive in the name. The advance pass. This can happen on a make. It can happen on a miss. Nikola Jokic gets a defensive rebound here. This is KCP out. There's defenders back. This is not meant to necessarily lead to a layup or an open shot, but it's just a quick advance pass to KCP. The early shift of the defense. You guys will see this with Indiana a ton off of makes. They will take the ball out. They will advance pass to Tyrese Halliburton. He will then advance pass to Aaron Nesmith, Pascal Siakam. They play with pace, and they use the pass to create pace, the advance pass.